Hello, and thank you for joining me today as I share the story of Samsara Vision, a company focused on improving the lives of patients blinded by late-stage age-related macular degeneration. Our team has more than 200 years combined global eye health experience. Starting with me, Tom Rugia, the president and CEO. I joined Samsara Vision almost 2 years ago with more than 20 years experience at both Alcon and Johnson & Johnson. I'm joined by CFO Josh Fox, who brings 25 years investment banking experience to the table. We also have an experienced leadership team. Our VP of R&D, Eli Haroni in Israel, VP of Worldwide Marketing, Mike Besserman, comes to us from Novartis. VP of Clinical and Medical Affairs, Julia Williams, with significant industry experience, including her latest experience at Aerie Pharmaceutical, but a deep experience elsewhere as well. Our board members feature Dr. John Talamo and Tracy Valori, both coming to us from the industry and are key advisors in our success, and our CRO partner, Aura, one of the industry leaders in clinical research, as well as our commercial partner in Europe, Medivice, helping us proliferate the commercial success for the SING IMT. Company highlights include we address a significant unmet medical need. 11 million patients around the world today suffer from late-stage AMD, and there's very little that these patients can do to bring vision back and get back to experiencing life the way they did before AMD took their vision. We've got a Generation 2 technology that builds on the successful Generation 1 technology with robust clinical data, peer-reviewed studies, and quality of life experience. We'll show that to you today as we build through this slide deck. We were able to attain permanent reimbursement in the United States for our technology, and we're building that reimbursement portfolio around the world. We shared with you the team that we have, and we get into the story here. A little bit about the patients. 200 million patients today live with age-related macular degeneration. That's growing to 290 million patients by the year 2040. 11 million patients today suffer from the late-stage form of the disease, or geographic atrophy secondary to dry AMD, or those patients with wet AMD who have not experienced bleeding in at least 6 months. About 4 million patients today worldwide are appropriate on our label, and that creates a $20 billion treatable addressable market at our average selling prices around the world. Our first generation technology was a technological breakthrough. It's a true Galilean telescope that can be implanted during a cataract surgery. More than 600 patients were implanted with the technology. They saw a dramatic quality of life improvement that was driven from their vision benefits. And the industry was well aware of the technology. Here you see the vision gains themselves. So 40% of patients saw 4 lines vision gained in the clinical trial. 60% of patients saw at least 3 lines vision gained. That is significant vision improvement from their start. This correlated to VFQ scores of dramatic improvements in things like dependency and mental health that are so important to functioning late in life for the patients. We're able to follow those patients for more than 5 years now, showing that the effect of the technology is retained over time. However, there was limitations with the first generation procedure. The day of surgery was quite traumatic for patients, and that limited the uptake of the device. 12 millimeter incision through an 8 millimeter capsulorhexis, a manual corneal lift and implant of the device, 12 sutures. This all led to a 25% endothelial cell density loss that made it technically challenging even for the world's best cornea surgeons. 60 minutes of OR time also diluted the value of the reimbursement. So reimbursement in the United States was $21,000, or is $21,000 at the ambulatory surgical center or the hospital. This was diluted over a long surgery, and again, very technically challenging surgery. So we re-engineered the technology, and we bring now to market the SING IMT, or the smaller incision new generation IMT. You see here the same optical design, the true Galilean telescope, glass air glass interface with light, with 3 black silicone haptics that are foldable around the technology and make it for an easier surgical experience. And we'll go through some of those statistics as we go. But still 2.7 times magnification of light, leading to the same visual outcomes as the previous technology, but now featuring a 3.5 millimeter cornea clearance, as well as some parameters that have improved in the surgical experience. So here you see the design. It comes in a cartridge for the back table transfer. There's an easy transfer into the injector. The injector is a typical syringe injector with a slanted tip for easy delivery into the capsular bag post-operatively, or during the procedure, sorry. I want to show you a video of the technology, if I might, and bring this to light for you. Here you see the transfer of the lens from the cartridge into the syringe delivery system. Just a slight amount of OVD to help the transfer. Here you see the lens pop up into the injector. In a moment, you'll see the lens. Here's the lens inside the injector, ready to be delivered. Easy delivery in a Petri dish, and we'll show you that same experience in the eye. 6.5 millimeter incision, 5.5 millimeter rhexis, standard capsular rhexis for cataract surgery, easy delivery into the capsular bag. So all this leads to improvements in the surgical experience from 12 millimeter incision now down to 6.5 millimeter incision, from significant 12 sutures in the original design down to 3 to 4 sutures in the smaller incision new generation IMT. The procedure time is roughly half, so 60 minutes in the OR is now down. We're averaging about 28 minutes in the operating room, but still retaining that reimbursement, high levels of reimbursement that are so important for practice economics. Post-operative days to recognition of effect used to be 1 to 3 weeks due to the trauma of the surgery, which made patients a little bit anxious about their experience. Now 1 to 3 days till recognition of effect creates a motivated patient to learn how to use their new vision after the surgery. ECD loss down from 25% to, actually we're averaging 7.8% in our clinical patients so far. That is a dramatic improvement and in line with cataract surgery. Here you see our first surgeon to implant in humans, Dr. David Keegan from Ireland. He's done 9 patients clinically and has a great, overall his experience was outstanding. He talks about it in this slide here. We see great patient testimonials on both the first and second generation technology, patient and surgeon testimonials. One of my favorite surgeon testimonials is Professor Albert Augustine from Germany. New procedure is easy and fast. We really don't want it to be about the procedure. We want it to be about the patient experience after the operation. And I think Professor Augustine's words sum it up quite nicely. The practice economics are an important part of the equation for this technology. Like I said, in the United States, we retain $21,000 reimbursement from CMS for ASCs and for hospitals. In addition to that, we get $1,500 to $1,800 surgeon fees during the procedure, and then there's payments for the post-operative therapy, making the patient journey in the United States worth about $30,000 end to end. We're seeking that same level of reimbursement because of the drastic improvement in quality of life the patients achieve. We're seeking that same level of reimbursement in markets around the world now. But when you compare and contrast that to other procedures such as cataract surgery or retina surgeries, you see that the complexity, time, and net economics for the SING IMT are second to none. We've got a strong clinical strategy as we move forward. We're currently CE marked with the SING IMT. In the United States, we feature our first generation IMT technology, but we're building that path to approval for the SING IMT over time. We've engaged Aura for our US clinical trial. A PMA supplement trial we believe will be 100 patients over 20 sites. over a 1-year follow-up. We're currently getting ready to submit our IDE, and we hope to start that trial soon. Outside the United States, that CE mark allows us to commercialize in CE reference markets. We began that journey in Germany, where we have commercial procedures. We're building the team in Europe today through Medivice, and they've been a great partner for us. That team will branch out to France, Netherlands, Italy, Switzerland, and UK this year. We also look for opportunities in Asia Pacific with partnership outside in Asia Pacific to register our products in places like Korea and India, and to take advantage of our approvals in places like Australia and Singapore. Australia, we had our first procedure this year. Patient is doing very well, and we look forward to more procedures in Australia as we go. So building a robust business around the world, looking for opportunities to gain reimbursement in these markets as we begin commercialization. And in the United States, where we have technology that is first generation in nature, we look to bring the new generation technology to market and have that same level of reimbursement already established. We also look to improve on things like patient awareness of the technology. For geographic atrophy patients, they often lack the hope necessary to seek new treatment. So we want to make them aware that there are surgical interventions that can help improve their life. And we look to develop the brand. Samsara Vision is a rebrand of a previous company, which we are doing a good job on social media, making the industry aware of our mission. The Sing IMT also getting quite a bit of exposure around the world in places like iTube, where we feature our surgical videos, and in the other ophthalmic press and social media. And we've got to focus on talent. You saw that in the beginning of our show. We're building a strong team with great experience in the industry that looks to make both the patient experience and the surgeon experience a positive one. We've developed a unique center of excellence model to help patients move from low vision and retina practices into surgery, whether that be with a retina surgeon or a cataract surgeon, and then into the post-operative care environment. We're building a team, like I said, in Europe that's focused on just this, helping centers move patients into surgery and then helping them after that critical post-operative care time point. In the United States, we're signing up some of the better known clinical research facilities to do the PMA supplement trial necessary for approval. And again, we look to start this soon. We also feature training elements for our procedure and for the care necessary for the patients. This is a part of our story that is very important to practices. We can't leave any stone unturned here, and we've got a team dedicated to training both staff and surgeons on the technology as well as the patient journey. I think everyone knows about the fits and starts, or the technology that has tried to get started in this realm, none of which have the same 2.7 times magnification of light that the Sing IMT does, nor do they have the ease of implant and the support of the community like the Sing IMT does. Samsara Vision features a facility in Israel that can help us get through our peak year and is capable of manufacturing the number of units necessary. We also have a very competent regulatory affairs team in Israel helping us gain approval in markets around the world. A significant broad IP portfolio also protects our technology as we commercialize. 97 patents, 27 global patents, 96 families and 97 total patents globally help us protect our technology. So thank you for listening to our story. I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing all of you throughout this conference. Thank you.